Smartphone needs can differ a lot, and it's not all about the biggest, baddest flagship out there. Sometimes all we need is a trusty steed to get us through our day that ticks all the right boxes without sinking our bank balance. This is Spotlight today, and today we take a look at value for money smartphones and give you our top 5 budget smartphone picks. Starting today's list, we get the Samsung Galaxy A54. It has made massive improvements over the Galaxy A53, and now with its Gorilla Glass 5 front and back, feels and almost looks just as premium as other flagship models. There are also 4 nice colorways to choose from, and you get an IP67 rating as well. It boasts a lovely 6.4-inch 120Hz Super AMOLED HDR10 Plus display with decent brightness, so consuming content looks sharp and contrasty. The cameras have also been beefed up quite a bit, with it getting a 50-megapixel main sensor that takes more than serviceable shots. The A54 is commanded by the Exynos 1380, which is a pretty decent chipset. Samsung have definitely improved efficiency with their latest chips, and you can even play most game titles without a bother on lower graphics settings. Samsung's OS is also one of the best Android skins out there. The 5000 mAh battery will get you through a busy day without any issues, and the best part is you can pick one of these up for $319 and often below $300 if you find a good deal, which is excellent value for money. In fourth, we have the OnePlus Nord 2T. It offers an all-round experience. It gets Gorilla Glass 5 protection, and we also like the design. The MediaTek Dimensity 1300 chip is very capable and delivers great performance. You can get up to 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage, so multitasking is a breeze and you have plenty of space too. Also, Oxygen OS is very nice and customizable. The 6.43-inch 90Hz AMOLED HDR10 Plus display gives perfectly good visuals, and combined with its respectable stereo speaker setup, media consumption is pleasantly delightful. It has a pretty good 50-megapixel main sensor, and you also get a 32-megapixel selfie cam for those crystal clear, high-quality social media snaps. The 4500 mAh battery is good, and it also gets 80-watt wired fast charging, so the battery won't let you down, and when you need to juice it up, you can do so in a jiffy. The OnePlus Nord 2T comes in at $350, which is very competitive. Up next, a brand new entry, the Nothing Phone 2A is currently making some waves. It has some very decent numbers and a great design. On the design topic, it shares the same style as the other 2 Nothing devices that have come before it, with the transparent back and glyph lighting, which we absolutely love. The front glass once again receives Gorilla Glass 5 protection with a plastic back. It's a large phone and boasts a lovely symmetrical 6.7-inch 120Hz HDR10 Plus AMOLED panel, providing an excellent media consumption experience. It's running the Dimensity 7200 Pro and up to 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage. The chipset is super solid and will definitely be able to get you through most intensive processing situations. We also like Nothing OS, and this phone definitely feels like it tries to give you the full experience, closely resembling the more expensive models. It has a good, not amazing, but very decent camera. It has 2 50-megapixel sensors on the back, wide and ultra-wide. These shooters take decent pics that are serviceable, and the 32-megapixel selfie camera is pretty good too, especially with skin tones. It contains a 5000 mAh battery, an amazing feature at this price point. You can pick one of these budget-friendly transparent that lights up for around $319, which makes it a very tasty offer indeed. Our runner-up is the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus. This is by far the most spec'd out phone we have in the lineup. Starting out with the design, it looks gorgeous with its eco leather back and the 3-tone finish. And if you don't like the finish, you can also get it in plain white or black and in glass as well. And on the front, it's protected by Gorilla Glass Victus. It's a very sturdy and good looking phone. It boasts a beautiful and symmetrical 6.7-inch 120Hz AMOLED Dolby Vision HDR10 Plus display with great peak brightness comparable to flagships. It's also stacked internally, as it contains the MediaTek Dimensity 7200 Ultra and 12 gigs of RAM, assuring buttery smooth performance with this powerhouse of a chipset. HyperOS is pretty decent now as well, despite coming with some bloatware, but this can be removed without too much of a hassle. It also has a 5000 mAh battery that will breeze through a full day's use, and despite not having any wireless, this thing has 120 watts hyper charging. And the specs keep getting better, with a powerful and capable 200 megapixel main sensor taking excellent snaps and decent video. At $495, this is hands down the strongest contender we've seen to our number one pick, which has been and still is the Pixel 7a. Yet to be dethroned with an almost legendary status is the Pixel 7a. It still recedes at the top of the value scale when it comes to smartphones. It doesn't have the strongest processor, best battery, or a brilliant screen. However, it can go toe-to-toe with the flagships with its camera shots, and the 64 megapixel camera on this baby beast is an absolute dream and produces outstanding shots. Cameras aren't everything, and though the Tensor G2 is underpowered compared to the competitors, it is more than enough juice to give you the full-blown Google Pixel AI Smart stock Android experience. The compact design is also great, with a trademark camera bar at the back and a very comfortable aluminium frame, making it a gorgeous looking device, and in our experience definitely turns more heads than any other phone on this list. It is a plastic back, but the display is covered with Gorilla Glass protection. The 6.1-inch 90Hz OLED HDR panel is more than decent to look at, and though the bezels are a bit thick, it gives great contrast and consuming content is lovely. You can often find this device going for $350, which is amazing value for what it delivers. And that is why it retains its title of the best bang for buck smartphone on the market. That's it for today's video. Which one of these devices did you guys have in your top picks? Let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. If you guys liked the content and found the video entertaining, please smash the like button. Also, less than 1% of you watching our videos are subscribed. We really love making videos and giving you guys high quality content, and hitting the subscribe button is a small way to help us out in the biggest of ways. So if you could do that, it would be amazing. And if you'd like to stay up to date with our latest content, feel free to ding the notifications bell as well. Until next time, stay under the spotlight.